Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk with Saieed Ali. We do apologize for that technical problem there, but nevertheless, we got it sorted out. We are here live now on Synergy Television. So I want to say a special good night to you. Those of you that are viewing us live on Synergy Network, those of you on Facebook, those of you on YouTube, remember, share our live stream on Facebook and YouTube. So, to you Trinidad and Tobago, the police service has advised that investigations have revealed that an explosive did not take place at the Central Bank building, Eric William Plaza, Independence Square in Port of Spain today. Around 11:39 a.m., the fire alarm at the Central Bank building was triggered, and fire officials from the Rising Road Fire Station responded along with police officers from the Central Police Station and CID front office. It was reported that smoke from the destruction room, which is located next to the vault, triggered the alarm, and all personnel were evacuated from the building. Enquiries revealed that the source of the smoke was a one-gear wheel belt on a compressor. The TTPS reiterated that there was no explosion, no sabotage, no injuries, or any other criminal activity in relation to this incident. So viewers, it was a false alarm. After they did the investigations, after they checked this, that, the next, whatever, it was a one-gear belt on a compressor that smoked and triggered the alarm. So in that area there, everybody is safe, everybody is sound. Remember, 2386716 is our phone line to call in. That was an update concerning what Trinidadian will say the bombing, but it's not a bombing. It's a belt worn out that caused a little smoke that triggered an alarm, the fire alarm, and that's it. So no injuries, no bomb, no threats, nothing. Port of Spain is safe. Well, so that is safe. So viewers, remember, 2386716 is our phone line to call in to leave your comment, make a discussion on whatever incident or topic that is taking place right here in Trinidad and Tobago. So you know, we are live on Synergy Network. Real Talk Studios is located on number 14 Carolina Savannah Road in Shogunas. We're about 5 minutes away from the Shogunas police station. And remember, we have our food drive going on. So I have a little surprise for you concerning our food drive. But later on the show, I will give you that big surprise that is for you. You know, on Real Talk, we always have some nice giveaway. So, Minister of Finance Colin Imbert remains optimistic that the economy will be fully reopened in 2022, but stated that this is only dependent on the success of our vaccination program. Imbert observed that within the last 2 days, TNT have crossed the threshold of 40% of the population being fully vaccinated. Imbert said that issue now is vaccine hesitancy.
This budget is in the context of a full reopening of the economy in the year 2022, but of course that is dependent on the success of our vaccination program, and I would urge all members to assist with that program. I know that many members have been doing that, and I thank them for that, and I would urge them to continue to assist all of us with respect to reaching the WHO target of 70% of our population being fully vaccinated as quickly as possible. So in terms of vaccine availability and capacity to vaccinate our population, we are in an extremely good place. Our issue now is to deal with vaccine hesitancy.
Now viewers, vaccine hesitancy is something that nobody could fix in Trinidad and Tobago except the people. So Colin Imbert could say what he wants, The Minister of Health could say what they want. The Prime Minister could say what they want. The Health Department in Trinidad and Tobago could say what they want. It leaves up to the people. So nobody could fix that. Don't let nobody fool you and say, well, it's this and it's that and it's the next. It's up to you, the citizen of Trinidad and Tobago. So moving along now, staying on Imbert, on property tax. Imbert stated that information is being gathered at this time with respect to the collection of residential, commercial, and agriculture property tax. Imbert reiterated that before property tax is collected, the valuation divisions create what is called a valuation rolls. He says data is not being collected on industrial properties at this time, but maybe later in the year.
What is taking place at this point in time is an information gathering exercise being undertaken by the valuations division, essentially by the Commissioner of Valuations. It's a public service led exercise. It is not being driven by the Minister of Finance. It is being driven by the valuations division in order to create what is called the valuation rolls or the property rolls, because before you can impose property tax, you have to have populated the rolls, and the rolls essentially would have a description of the properties, the location, age, size, type, that sort of thing. And we have to reach 50% of the number of properties in any given category, whether it's residential, agricultural, commercial. We're not doing industrial at this point in time. Industrial will come afterwards, maybe later in the year. They would initiate an information gathering exercise for industrial properties. And once the rolls are populated, then the formula for imposing the tax is quite simple.
Now, viewers, Imbert stated that if someone owns a property for which they get rent of $3,000 per month or $6,000 per year, the tax could be between $80 to $100 per month. For properties which attracts a rent of $10,000 per month, Imbert said that the tax could be approximately $250 per month. So now this is Imbert telling us that. Imbert telling us that. Right? But, come on. But he also announced in 2016 that any individual who has a dwelling complex, multi-story dwelling home, they are exempted from paying tax. So remember, I showed you a building in Port of Spain that allegedly belongs to Colin Imbert. So he exempted himself. If the rent was so cheap, Colin, if the rent is so cheap, why did you exempt yourself? Why did you exempt yourself from paying such a cheap figure? Or is it with you that every cent count? So what about the small man? Every cent don't count with them then. It's only you know about dollars and cents. The smaller man knows nothing about dollars and cents. You see, that is the difference. That is the difference. It is okay for you not to pay property tax. It's okay for you not to pay it. But it is a penalty to the small man if they do not pay property tax. How sad it is in Trinidad and Tobago. How sad it is. We reach in there. Don't worry. You know, Bob Marley once sang a song. Don't worry. Everything is going to be all right. When you don't have your money and they issue a penalty for you, don't worry. Everything is going to be all right when you enter into the courtroom. Energy Minister Stuart Young has stated that proposal from foreign companies interested in the former Petrotrin Point-à-Pierre refinery are being assessed. Young stated that the shutdown of Petrotrin was false and he reminded the Senate that Petrotrin was restructured in 2018. He also mentioned that earlier this year, Petrotrin was restructured into Guayakara Refining Limited, which is responsible for the refinery asset. The minister states that there were proposal from 3 international players and they are currently being evaluated.
The Petrotrin restructuring. We all know by now, any sensible person in Trinidad and Tobago, the clarion call that Petrotrin was shut down is false. It was restructured. Heritage, I can say today, is the oil producer, exploration and production, Paria, importation of fuels, sale of fuels locally and domestically, as well as in the CARICOM, have been making profit. Guaracara, that the refinery assets are in, has gone out, and RFP, I think, has been narrowed down to 3 international players right now, are being assessed, evaluated. Let us see where that goes.
All right, Stuarty. All right, Stuarty. So 5,000 people went home. You all, according to you, you all restructured Petrotrin and sent home 5,000 workers, plus that was some restructuring. That was some restructuring. So why the Paria fueling come in? Where did they come in from? Where did they come from all of a sudden? So you are changing them from Petrotrin to Paria fueling. The name Petrotrin was so bad, you all had to rename it. What about the refinery? Did the refinery shut down? Or was it restructured? And how many people went home? When the OWTU put in a proposal, what did they put in the proposal for? Was it Petrotrin? Was it the refinery? So tonight we are asking answers. We are asking answers. You all restructure Petrotrin. 5,000 workers went home on the breadline. You all rename Petrotrin to Heritage Petroleum. So you want to tell me now that you all couldn't restructure Petrotrin without changing the name? You all couldn't restructure Petrotrin without sending home 5,000 workers? You see, all the people cannot be fooled all the time. You cannot fool all the people all the time. You all restructure Petrotrin and all out the flambeau. Was that part of the restructuring? So Stuart, you have plenty answers to give to the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. You have many questions that you left unanswered by making these statements. Now we welcome foreign investors. We welcome that. I will never say no to them. We welcome them. He added that two two of Petrotrin other successor companies, Heritage Petroleum and Paria Fuel and Trading, have been doing well after recording profits. All I hear that? They are recording profit. Wow. So instead of changing the name to Heritage Petroleum and Paria Fuel Trading, why you just didn't leave Petrotrin? You forgot. You forgot. While they're using the term restructuring, you forgot. Espinay said, all going home. Do not call me 2 o'clock in the morning to ask me how many going. I am telling you, all is going. Stuarty, you forgot that. So while you're coming out with your big words now, Petrotrin was being restructured. Espinay on the other side, a couple years back, said all is going home. So who are you trying to fool? Is it Saieed? Is it the investors? Is it the blind people? Is it the deaf people? Is it the dumb people? Is it the dotish people? Is it the dokedam people? Who are you trying to fool? You see what the media, you see what the big TV stations and the press printing, what the question that they can direct to all and all fail to answer. I will ask you all on national television. Caller, good night.
Say good night.
Go right ahead, my friend.
I have 2 things to say. The first thing is that it is the Treasury PM to close down companies. You remember Manin closed down Carry 1975 Limited? Sent home 10,000 Carry workers.
Yes.
It's a good thing those workers went and do gardening, otherwise sell doubles and pull out to live.
Well
but
said.
if you go up the highway or you go and see you have a big blue building in the sugarcane land. They were who closed down Carry Limited.
Correct.
And besides that, I want you to know that the president still has to answer to this country by telling the country
she owes Trinidad and Tobago an explanation.
Who intercepted the letter which was sent by the Police Service Commission to her, and who told her to send it back. And I think she violated the Constitution, and she has to give an account to the people of Trinidad and Tobago. She cannot just go on a whole meeting with the Prime Minister who pertaining to a matter. The leader of the opposition has to be involved. Right? And I want to put some blame on some past politician now for not adjusting the Constitution. Mr. Pandey is one, Mr. Ramesh Maharaj is one. They were in Parliament many years, and they should have made sure that the Constitution is changed so that these people can't pay the full today. We're suffering from that today. Thank you.
Thank you, my friend. So viewers, we are going for a short commercial break, but nevertheless, when we come back, there's lots more in store. You're viewing Real Talk with Saieed Ali. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk. I'm your host, Saieed Ali. Consultant and real estate businessman.
Can't watch Real Talk on TV? Have no fear. You can also watch Real Talk on the go live on YouTube and Facebook at Real Talk with Saieed Ali on YouTube.com and TT Real Talk on Facebook.com. Don't forget to like us and share us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the notification bell.
Are you looking for the right investment? Are you looking for a greater return on your hard-earned cash? Look no further. Contact Real Talk Group of Companies located at number 14 Caroni Savannah Road, Chaguanas. At Real Talk Investment, you can earn up to 3.5% interest on your 3-year investment. Don't miss out on this amazing offer. Do contact us now on 339-1670, 238-6716 for further information. Our helpful team is ready to assist. Real Talk Investment. Real people matter to us. This ad was paid for by Real Talk Group of Companies Limited.
Are you looking for quick cash and do not know where to turn? We have got the answer for you. Visit us at Real Talk Group of Companies. We are a licensed money lending financial institution. We are located at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas. Our phone numbers are 339-1670, 267-7325 or 238-6716. Contact us today. We look forward to hearing from you.
Welcome back to Real Talk, viewers. The budget debate. Hey, you all will laugh at this, you know. Take what I'm telling you all will laugh at this. The budget debate in the Senate today was briefly interrupted because of a leak in the roof at the Red House. The leak happened while Social Development and Family Service Minister Donna Cox was in the middle of giving her contribution when she stopped and looked at the Senate President, Christine Kangaloo, and said, "I am getting wet here." Kangaloo then advised Senate the sitting would be postponed for 10 minutes. Take a look.
The ministry will extend its resources. Excuse me, Madam President. I'm getting wet here. There's a leak.
Honourable Senators, the sitting is suspended for 10 minutes.
Excuse me, I am getting wet here. In January 2020, rain fell which exposed a leak in the roof. Days after a ceremonial opening of the renovated Red House, expenditure on the roof and other related carpentry costed Trinidad and Tobago $20.1 million. This is 2021. 2021. And she got wet. Minister of Social Development got wet in the Senate. Just imagine that. In 2020, what you're seeing there is board and cardboard spread when rain fell on the house, the Red House also, and leaks were exposed. And you're going to tell me 1 year after she got wet in the Senate?
Extend its resources.
Senate, I can't believe that. We just spent a couple $1,000 on we roof. A couple $1,000. And we want to make sure it doesn't leak. But you're going to tell me after spending $20.1 million, 1 year after, a drop fell? Wow. It's sad, you know, it's sad. It's really sad. Caller, good night.
Good night, Saieed.
Go right ahead.
You know, I would like, this thing, I don't understand what is happening in this country. One time they said this letter was delivered from the Service Commission on the 11th. Next time they said it was on the 12th.
Yes.
Now, under the Constitution, once something is delivered to the President, does any law, as far as my research and everything go, it cannot be retrieved. That's the duty is. Now, who retrieved that letter? Who retrieved it? On what grounds and on what, part of the Constitution was it retrieved? Oh Lord, the country is looking at the President who was supposed to be bipartisan. You understand? Now you see clearly the President is in the political arena. This thing is thinking. This shows now the Prime Minister say he lost confidence in the Commissioner a year ago.
Yes.
So I want to tell you, man, remove the state of emergency and you will see how much people lose confidence in him.
Correct.
See how much people lose. He have no moral authority to say about this. Next year come to Petrotrin. We are starving for foreign exchange. Yet now we had to import gas, what we was producing for ourselves. We were saving the foreign exchange. Now we have to go and buy those gas. Now you're talking about property tax. Why can't the government, why can't the ministers and all MPs remove the tax break? Let them pay the tax for the vehicle.
Correct.
And nobody don't have to pay property tax. What about their supporters who are living in HDC house, who have not paid a cent? This thing is unfair, and this man is going too far. The police authority is supposed to be an independent body.
Correct.
The man has been muzzling the judiciary. The
Yes.
man wants to muzzle the police service. You know, this something is thinking, and then you coming out with your Rottweiler politics. Mr. Manning probably must just turn in his grave. The moment you oppose him, he becomes a raging bull. And you know what I want to say to you, sir? Look at his language, look at his vocabulary. That man had stinged that office of the Prime Minister when he calling people imps, pimps, and chimps. I think what he was doing there, he was describing his cabinet. They are the imps, pimps, and chimps. This man, then you, well, look how shameless this man is, sir. You remember the kind of things he talk about Kamala Prasad this year, right? You remember the kind of things he talk about woman of a golf course and all? Then he's calling on the public now to support a woman called Paula May Weeks. This man, you know, I think really and truly he is helpless. He needs to have a psychiatric evaluation because this country is going, it has gone already. This is a gallop dictatorship. Thanks a lot, sir.
Thank you, my friend. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley have stated that Housing Development Corporation, HDC, is expected to face a major restructuring come 2022. The PM stated that the government would soon be getting cabinet approval for restructuring of the HDC. Now remember, HDC is being owed over $100 million in rent, according to Ms. Penelope. He said, the PM said, the HDC would be restructured into two parts, in which private sector involvement would play a major role.
So you know what we're doing? You would have heard I mentioned somewhere along the way. We are about to get cabinet approval for the restructuring of the HDC. The HDC is to be restructured into two parts, two subsidiaries. One is going to be a landlord entity, where all the existing HDC properties and premises will fall under management and control by a company and a management and staff that deals with a landlord arrangement with those properties.
So viewers, we are going for a short commercial break, but nevertheless, when we come back, we're going to discuss HDC.
Are you looking for the right investment? Are you looking for a greater return on your hard-earned cash? Look no further. Contact Real Talk Group of Companies located at number 14 Caroni Savannah Road, Chaguanas. At Real Talk Investment, you can earn up to 3.5% interest on your 3-year investment. Don't miss out on this amazing offer. Do contact us now on 339-1670, 238-6716. For further information, our helpful team is ready to assist. Real Talk Investment. Real people matter to us. This ad was paid for by Real Talk Group of Companies Limited.
Are you looking for quick cash and do not know where to turn? We have got the answer for you. Visit us at Real Talk Group of Companies. We are a licensed money lending financial institution. We are located at number 14 Caroni Savannah Road, Chaguanas. Our phone numbers are 339-1670, 267-7325 or 238-6716. Contact us today. We look forward to hearing from you.
Now viewers, the HDC would also be digitized to give an account of every tenant or homeowner in their database. So you would tell me all these millions of dollars them spending, what them doing? Pen and paper? We talking about the government. We talking about HDC. We talking about them spending taxpayers' money. And where are they still? In pen and paper? Like I said, a financial institute in Trinidad and Tobago, which we call a bank. would give you access to a loan in 90 days, whether you get through or not. But some people waiting 15, 20, 25 years to get an answer from HDC, and up to now they haven't got an answer to know if they're qualified or not. Just imagine that. The PM said that they're going to be digitized. They're going to remove the pencil with a pen. They're going to change the copybook into a notepad. How sad it is. How sad it is. You know what is more disturbing and is more stink and more ridiculous? It's to hear a penalty pass for the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago who own a home, who rent in, who have agricultural land. You all will be penalized if you fail to submit your property form of $5,000. But here we have now, according to Penelope Beckles, we have HDC tenants who owe in the government millions of dollars, and according to Penelope, all they have to pay in rent is $100 for the month. It's sad, you know. It's sad. It's sad, but the justice system wants to penalize now. A penalty is put into place. So if the homeowners, the agriculture farmers don't pay their property tax, you will be fined $5,000 as a penalty. It's stinking sad. Some people they say, "Side, why you just shout on TV?" Apparently, if I talk easy, they may go here. So if I raise my voice and I shout a little bit, it will rock their as well. It's stinking sad, but this is the state of Trinidad and Tobago. 1.4 million people in a 2x2 country, and we cannot run it proper. But you know what? They want to bring first world law into a third world country. You're taking the pig out of the mud, but you ain't bathing the pig go to clean it up. It's sad, boy. So here it is. Here it is. The PM added that it would never happen again where somebody is paying $100 a month, but you owe HDC $20,000. Here it is.
And we are going to digitize it. So the HDC at that office of that company will know every single HDC property and know exactly who is in there and their terms and conditions, and you know it will never happen again where somebody is paying $12 a month rent and they owe $10,000. Ever heard that? Your rent is $100 a month. You have a job, but you owe the HDC $20,000. That is not going to happen again because a landlord relationship with the tenant or the mortgagor, the mortgagee, will develop.
All well and good, nice idea. Nice idea. But how much of millions of dollars have went down in HDC? Wonderful idea. But it is 6 years late in the future. So what are you going to tell Trinidad and Tobago? How are you going to account for all the millions that was spent? And when you all cannot even collect $1 million? So what are you going to tell them homeowners now who have $100 to pay and can't pay it, but you're penalizing the agriculture people, you're penalizing the homeowners, you're penalizing the renters. Let me tell you something. Although 6 years late, the Prime Minister said he lost. What did he say lose? Trust in the Commissioner of Police. Well, he lost confidence in the Commissioner of Police. Well, 6 years you're in Trinidad and Tobago running the government, and the people, watch me, they're lost interest. They're fed up, they're tired, they give up. Is you do what you want. But you can't even see what the reaction towards you. You can't even see that. But you lost confidence in the Commissioner of Police. Dr. Rowley noted, without private sector involvement, the long list of applicants depending on the HGC will never own a home.
At the HDC, there are over 100,000 applicants for houses that will never come because the government cannot reasonably be expected to house everybody in Trinidad and Tobago who apply for a house at the HDC. And that's why you hear people telling you, oh, I applied 15 years ago, 20 years ago. Because if we are building 2,000 houses in the government program, when are you going to satisfy 100,000 applicants? 50 years, it says. And as fast as you supply, the list keep growing.
That is the government. That is the head of the PNM administration in Trinidad and Tobago telling you all that. You are telling me that the HDC is incompetent of doing their job. That is what you're telling me. Thousands of houses have been built in Trinidad and Tobago. Thousands. And all put down there. Why? Why? If the HDC cannot keep track of their renters, Mr. PM, you think they will keep track of who apply for house? You think they will keep track of who apply for house? Common sense is a serious thing. Not everybody have it. You go tell me HDC is a government sector. A government sector. And your finance department stinks. It stinks. It's no good. It's like a rotten tomatoes. We're talking about the government sector. That is what we're talking about. And then you all go say, oh, Saeed, you're bashing the government. Your government can't even keep track of their own money. They can't keep track of their own money. But you want to tell me, Saeed, don't say this, and Saeed, don't say that, and Saeed, don't say the next. Oh, by the way, before I forget, let me send out a little shout out. I want to send out a little, try him up, a little shout out to License Officer Kitwaru, a very important guy of the licensing department in Caroni. I also want to give a shout out to Pamela from licensing office in Caroni also. And also, the next two. And also, now on my right is License Officer Neil. And on my left, with the glasses, is newly appointed Acting Commissioner of Transport, Mr. Chetram. Now, these individuals, they are very straightforward individuals. I deal with them on an often basis. And let me tell you something, they are gentlemen. They love their jobs. They're not on foolishness. They're very straightforward. They're very, very straightforward. And that is what I like about this individual. So, Ms. Pamela, licensing officer in Caroni, thank you, my dear, for the assistance. And you are a wonderful person. I know that. So, viewers, we're continuing now. Hey, they forget you? I ain't seen it. So, Trinidad and Tobago. This is one of my director, Giles. Today, he is how old? He said he's young today. He's young today. But from Real Talk Studios, friends and family, we want to wish him a happy birthday today. So we continuing, viewers. We continuing. The Prime Minister said we're going to digitize HDC. They're removing the pencil with a pen. They're removing the copybook with a hardcover notebook. It's sad, you know. If the government sector cannot keep track of their renters, let me tell you something, HDC is a big development, you know. HDC is a big government sector, you know. If licensing office, hear this, if licensing office could keep track of thousands of license and taxi badge in Trinidad and Tobago, you go tell me HDC can't keep track of tenants? So we are going for a short commercial break, but nevertheless, when we come back, I'm going to tell you about the surprise concerning our food drive right after this.
Are you looking for the right investment? Are you looking for a greater return on your hard-earned cash? Look no further. Contact RealTalk Group of Companies located at number 14 Caroni Savannah Road, Chaguanas. At RealTalk Investment, you can earn up to 3.5% interest on your 3-year investment. Don't miss out on this amazing offer. Do contact us now on 339-1670, 238-6716 for further information. Our helpful team is ready to assist. RealTalk Investment. Real people matter to us. This ad was paid for by RealTalk Group of Companies Limited.
Are you looking for quick cash and do not know where to turn? We have got the answer for you. Visit us at RealTalk Group of Companies. We are a licensed money lending financial institution. We are located at number 14 Caroni Savannah Road, Chaguanas. Our phone numbers are 339-1670, 267-7325 or 238-6716. Contact us today. We look forward to hearing from you.
So viewers, now drop the Range Rover. I get an echo. Drop the Range Rover there. Yeah, just that. So viewers, you all know I have my Range Rover for sale. And you all know that I have the BMW. The BM. The black. Now this is the BMW. Right? You all know RealTalk Group of Company. Come back. Come back. You all know RealTalk Group of Company. RealTalk with Saieed Ali. And RealTalk Finance and Investment Company. We are keeping our food drive. And like I have said on many occasions, that the BMW, the black BMW, I bought for the Rape Crisis Center to raise funds. But since that is down, I decided to give out the BMW, the black BMW, on the first week or the second week in December. And we are having a food drive going on where I'm asking you to contribute $1,000 to our food drive. That will go for our Christmas food drive. You see, I can't keep a food drive in December and when Christmas is in December. Right? So I am keeping the food drive from now. All you have to do is make a contribution of $1,000 towards the food drive. Right? Now, this is where it gets interesting. Put back up your Range Rover. Right, pause it right there. So viewers, I have decided now to make it a little more interesting. You see that Range Rover? Come back. Here what I'm going to do. I am going to add that Range Rover together with the black BMW. So you have twice as much chance of winning Range Rover or the BMW. Now, I'm going to tell you something. People will say, Saeed, you're mad. People will say, Saieed, you're giving our Range Rover. Let me tell you something. God have me here for a purpose. And God have been blessing me tremendously. You know why? You know why? Because I give freely. When you give freely, you just receive freely. When I decided to give out the BMW, people were shocked. Said, you're the only man in Trinidad and Tobago giving away a BMW. I said, no. I said, God bless me in the midst of the pandemic in 2020. Hence the reason why I could have given away that BMW. All right? So, we're keeping our Christmas food drive, but I started my food drive in October. Starting in October. All you have to do is to contribute $1,000 towards our food drive. That is all you have to do. Contribute $1,000 towards our food drive. I have decided to put the Range Rover, just as the BMW, in the public domain. So it's not just the BMW I'm giving out, it's also the Range Rover. Now I'm going to tell you something. I'll tell you something. People will say, oh Saieed, you have to be dealing in drugs or something, guns or something illegal to give away a Range Rover. Let me tell you something, partner. When God decides to bless you, there is no boundaries. There is no boundaries. In the midst of the pandemic, in 2020, God blessed me. And I bought a BM to give out. Everybody was shocked. Everybody was shocked. You all know I have the Range Rover for sale. But I decided, I said, Lord, you know, I want to do something different. I want to do something different. I just do spiritual work. This is my calling, to do spiritual work. Anybody having spiritual problem, then just contact me. Right? And into my spirit it fell. I did not call you, Saieed, to be a follower. I called you to be a leader. And in being a leader, I will bless you as a leader. So, having that fell in my spirit, I began to think, and there it came to me. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall be covered under the shadows of the Almighty. In your season, I will bless you. So viewers, Real Talk, financing and investment, in collaboration with Real Talk with Saieed Ali, our show on TV. Tonight I stand here proud to say, all you have to do is to contribute $1,000 and you could win the Range Rover or a BMW. Show videos of the Range Rover. This is the Range Rover. Look how beautiful it is. Look how beautiful. It's an HSE Sport Range Rover. I have decided to throw it out into the public domain. Make a contribution of $1,000 towards our food drive. So it's the BMW, M3, and an HSE Sport Range Rover. Let me tell you something. I don't deal guns, I don't deal drugs. I do spiritual work. That is what I do. God have blessed me in that field tremendously. tremendously. And like I said, very soon, I am just waiting for my 2 weeks to pass to be fully vaccinated. That will take me to the 30th of October. And by November, I will be traveling up the Caribbean. I wouldn't say which country yet, but I'm going to extend my business. When God decided to call me, I was running from my calling. Don't tell me about spirit talk. I don't want to hear about it. People will say he's a voodoo man, he's a drinking man, he's a, a soothsayer man. I said, I didn't want to hear about it. But when God started to minister to me and said, Saieed, X, Y, and Z is the case. I said, here I am today. I am proud of my profession. People would say, oh God, you're a drinking man. But I want careful, you end up by me, So tonight, I am the only one. Real Talk with Saieed Ali. Real Talk Finance and Investment is giving away that Range Rover. Make a contribution of $1,000 towards our food drive for December. I'm going to tell you something. It's about $350, close to $400,000 we had to raise. This year will be one of the biggest food drive Real Talk with Saieed Ali will be doing. The biggest. A couple of weeks back, we give out some hampers, about 100 food hampers. Prior to that, we give away about 400 market bag. Hey, let me tell you something. God have been good. God have been good. I don't get myself tied up with drugs and cocaine and anything illegal. Everybody knows Saieed to be a man doing spiritual work. Everybody knows that. I just tell FIU, all come down on me anytime, all I want, anytime. Everything's straight with me. You see, a man who has something to hide, a man who has skeleton in the closet will never be outspoken like me. They will always find to go around something to hide something. I'm not on that. I'm not on that. So viewers, let me tell you something. If it wasn't for the grace of God upon my life, I would not have been doing what I am doing today. So if you want to see the grace of God spread in your life, make a contribution. When I go to church, the pastor they say, you want to see a miracle? Dig your hand deep in your pocket and make a contribution. Everything I do it for a purpose and a cause. A purpose and a cause. My purpose, humanitarian aid. My cause is to put food on the table come Christmas 2021, because there are hundreds of families who is begging for food. And you see, come December month, let me tell you something. It wouldn't be no gold in the basket, It will be a different thing. You know why? Because many places, the unvaccinated individuals cannot go. And that will be a shot in the economy. So you want to drive a Range Rover? Make a contribution of $1,000. Call me. 339-1670 or 238-6716 or 267-7325. I would like about 400 individuals to make a contribution of $1,000. So we could raise the appropriate funds we need in order for Christmas to be good in homes of single parents. People could be amazed, I didn't come to follow and I come to lead. And in leading, God will bless me. You see, when you're honest and you're straightforward, God is creating miracles in your life. So viewers, it's only Real Talk with Saieed Ali and Real Talk Finance and Investment Company. Two companies in collaboration. And we're giving already Range Rover and the BMW. So viewers, all you have to do is make a contribution. That is all you have to do. Our rerun of this program is at 11:30 Thursday morning. And we'll be right back. No, Wednesday. Tomorrow's Wednesday. All right. 11:30 Wednesday morning. And Thursday night, we'll be right back here for another episode of Real Talk with Saieed Ali. So viewers, there's only one man know how to do it smooth and nice. Proper guidance from the grace of God, and we're good to go. So all I want you to do, take out the checkbook, break your piggy bank, make a contribution. What type of contribution? Is a humanitarian contribution. That is what we're doing. We're doing it for the people. For the people. You see, when you put somebody in front of you, God is understand that you're not thinking about yourself. You put somebody in front of you, and that is what God wants. Everybody's talking about God, 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 I believe God, I believe God, I believe God. But your heart black. Black as a pot bottom. Hey. God will work a miracle in your life. But you can't be stingy. You can't have a black heart. Jesus was telling his disciples, if you have faith as big as a grain of mustard seed, miracles will happen to you. I believe in miracles. I believe in miracles. I believe in God. Here's the reason why I am here today. Without asking anybody for a financial contribution or an ad to run Real Talk, is the grace of God have me here. It's the grace of God. So I want you all to understand what I'm telling you tonight. You think any company giving away a Range Rover? You think any individual going and give away a Range Rover? No, they're not going to do that. And I know people will be questioned, but how Saieed could do that? How Saieed giving away a Range Rover? It will shock many of you in Trinidad and Tobago. Many of you. So I just want to remind you, the BMW, it is from the Rape Crisis Center, where we were raising funds there. Because of that, the economy broke. I put that on a hold. It's a $10 million structure. Right? I put that on a hold, and I'm using the same BMW to give away in the month of December. I don't want to have it parked down there and series keep changing. No. If somebody driving something, let her drive something good. Right? The Range Rover, I had it. It was for sale. And I have decided, you know what, I'm going to make it interesting. I'm going to make it interesting. For $1,000, you could drive a Range Rover. You see, hungry mouths is important to Saieed. Hungry mouths is important to Saieed. Humanitarian aid is a very, very important thing. Since Real Talk with Saieed Ali have started on Synergy Television, I have been doing a lot of charities. And at one time, me and Ren Gopi Singh, the leader of Hard Ground Gets Off. And at that time, we went up Rio Claro, and we gave away over $300,000 in graduation dress. Over $300,000. So Real Talk have been given and given and given over the years. And I really want to thank God for that tonight. What I want to thank him more about is that I never stooped to anyone to ask for an ad just to make a little money to pay my bills. God made sure my bills was paid. He made sure. That is why I could throw that Range Rover tonight and tell you, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, all you have to do is contribute $1,000 to our food drive. And you could drive away with a Range Rover. You all know I had the Range Rover for sale, $275,000. You make a deposit of $200,000 and you can make a monthly installment until you pay off the next $75,000. But I decided to do something better than that. Better than that. Who giving away a Range Rover? Nobody. Who is doing what I am doing? Nobody. Nobody. So viewers, we're out of time for tonight, but nevertheless, our rerun of this program is at Wednesday morning from 11:30 to 12:30, and we'll be right back here Wednesday night for our Public Concerns Night, right here on Synergy Television, live from 7 to 8 p.m. So until we meet again, spread the word, make a contribution. Good night.